Євген Мезенцев, спецзажайчний Стівен Маркмен, and Robert Brookhuizen, right? Yes, Robert.
У нас буде дуже коротка.
We will have a very short official part during which we will adopt the list of winners of this round of the competition. And then we will have the unofficial part, where each of the members of the commission will have the opportunity to share some of their thoughts, ideas, and I will definitely use this opportunity if you allow. But before that, let's move to our official part. Firstly, colleagues, we need to vote for the agenda that, as I've mentioned, consists of only one item, adoption of the final list of candidates recommended for appointment to the position of the member of the HQCJ. Please vote for this agenda. Who is in favor? Thank you, colleagues, unanimously. Now, I'm suggesting to vote for the list of candidates recommended for appointment to the position of the member of the HQCJ, which consists of two candidates, that is Kushnir Igor Vitalyevich, retired judge, and Voznyuk Oksana Leonidovna, judge of the Court of the First Instance. So please vote for this final list. Who is in favor of this list? Please vote. Thank you. The decision has been taken. Congratulations, dear candidates who have won during this round of the competition. Then we will transfer all the documents to our colleagues from the High Council of Justice, and they will continue with the process of appointment of their member of the HQCJ. I would like to express my gratitude to all the candidates who participated in this selection. For us, this is always important, and we are grateful to each of you for participating in this competition. Now, I suggest to close the official part of the meeting and to move on to the unofficial part. And availing myself of this opportunity, I would like to say a few words. I would like to say a lot, of course, but I will just mention the key moments that are the most important for me. This commission has been established a long time ago. In particular, a lot has changed over these years. Our country has changed. We have changed. The judiciary has changed. Thanks to the work of our commission, there has been established a new HQCJ, which is currently working, and we already see the first results of its work. In the work of this commission, we have used a new so-called positive approach. We are the proponents of this particular approach, and we believe that future should be based on the positive approach, and we would like to hope for that. During this competition, we have demonstrated that any competent professional with integrity, who is well-known with good reputation, may become a member of the HQCJ. And this way, as we've always said, the best of the best will be able to join the development of the judiciary. I would like to express my gratitude to all members of the Commission. Colleagues, I will be frank with you. I'm proud of us. I think that we have done a great job. I would like to thank all of our colleagues, lawyers, analysts, interpreters, everyone from different projects who have assisted us during this difficult pathway. I would like to thank our European American partners, our colleagues from the judiciary of Ukraine, our colleagues from the High Council of Justice, and I cannot mention everyone, and I'm sorry if I have forgotten about someone, but I would like to thank everyone who has contributed to the work of the Commission. And I'm sincerely grateful to all of you, because what has happened because we have supported each other, we have trusted each other, and we have been united for the sake of the common goal. And sorry for using these lofty words. We are 6 completely different members of the Commission with different life backgrounds, with different perspectives, and with different views on this life. And we have become friends over this period of time. We have managed to create some proper atmosphere, and all of this has helped us to achieve the result, which I think is really needed for the judiciary and on our Ukraine's path to the European Union. I would like to wish success to the new Commission that will replace us. Dear future colleagues, please take all of this positive experience that we have managed to obtain, please improve it. Because of course, in the work of our Commission, just like in the work of any commissions, there are things that can be improved. We sincerely wish you all the best. And glory to Ukraine, colleagues. Glory to heroes. Thank you. That's it from my side. If any of you would like to say a few words, I'm sure that my colleague and friend Ted Zajechny maybe also would like to say a few words. Ted, please, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will try not to repeat the very warm message that you have delivered on our behalfs. I welcome all viewers to our meeting of our selection commission, perhaps one of the last meetings that we will have as a commission. In total, there were 343 candidates that applied during our process. We thank all of the applicants who have applied. And as I have said on previous occasions, all of you are winners. There are no losers in this competition. You have all offered your knowledge, qualification, Ukraine, and for that we thank you, and of that you should be very proud. We do want to extend our thanks in particular to the agencies who supported our work. These included NABU, the NACP, the secretariats of the High Qualification Commission, and of the High Council of Justice. These all provided their reports to us and very valuable information upon which we were able to analyze the candidates who have applied. I want very importantly, on our behalf of our commission, to acknowledge and thank the civil society organizations. Importantly, De Jure, ANTAC, Automaidan, and the 2 Ukrainian bar associations. We met with their leadership early and often. We invited them to provide us not only with their concerns and their issues they had with candidates, but as well their positive recommendations. Their input, hard work, and advice was very helpful to us. We, of course, need to acknowledge the help and support we receive from the international donor community, the countries that support Ukraine in fighting corruption and continuing the progress made to establish and honorable judiciary. In particular, we thank the contribution made by USAID and as well their agency Chemonix for the financial and administrative support they provided to our commission. Thank you, David Vaughn. The work of our commission could not have been accomplished without the dedicated work of our young lawyers, analysts, and advisors. They reviewed the public registry and all information available with respect to each and every one of these 343 candidates. They were the backbone of our body's work, and we thank them for all of their dedication and their service to our commission. In particular, I wish to recognize our two most recent chiefs of staff. We know and you know who you are. They are Olga and now Victor, and we thank you for your leadership and dedication. Finally, on a personal note, but as well, I think on behalf of each of us, I wish to thank you, my fellow members of the commission, Stephen, Robert, Ivan, Yevgen, Sergey. It was truly an honor and a privilege for me to work with you. And I thank you for your cooperation with me as first chairman of the commission, and as well your cooperation with each other. It contributed immeasurably to the success of our work. And I think perhaps, again, on a personal note, I not only had occasion to respect each and every one of you and the contribution you made, but I also consider that we have made friends of each other for the rest of our lives. Again, I thank you for your dedication and work. I think we have accomplished a very important element of judicial reform in Ukraine. It is my hope that the High Qualification Commission of Judges that we have assisted in appointing will in turn appoint judges for not who they know, but for what they know. Judges who will serve the people of Ukraine, not themselves. Judges who are competent, caring, and dedicated. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to make these remarks. I turn the chair back to you.
Thank you, Ted. Any more heartwarming message? Я вибачаюсь, колеги.
I'm sorry, dear colleagues. So, are there any other volunteers to have a floor? So, dear colleagues, please use this opportunity. We have also tomorrow, so the day of our powers, but I don't think that we're going to meet on Saturday. Stephen, or Evan. So, Stephen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Stephen Markman from the United States of America. It has been my honor to serve as an international member of the Selection Commission for nearly 4 years. Honored, I hope to have served Europe and the West. Honored, I hope to have served my home country, the United States of America. And of course, honored to have served Ukraine, I hope. I could say everything that Judge Zarzechny has already said in terms of who he's thanked, and I won't repeat that, but it's also been an honor to have served with my 5 colleagues and all of our staff and our legal assistants and our donors and civil society and David Vaughn, my colleagues being Robert and Ted and Ivan and Sergey and Yevgen. As an international member of this commission, I've never forgotten that I served by permission of the people of Ukraine to serve the transformation and strengthening of your nation's judiciary, to elevate, as in other parts of Eastern Europe, your courts to the highest international standards, populated by judges who are the best of the best and placed there by judge selectors who are also the best of the best. What perhaps most will stick in my mind, in addition to my relationships with my colleagues, are the motivations that I've read in our 350 applications. We have studied the applications of those candidates closely, lawyers, judges, legal academicians, and they've all written about their motivations and their purposes in applying to this commission. They've spoken about preserving the futures of their children, their desire to become part of Europe and the West, their commitment to freedom, their commitment to democracy, self-determination, and the rule of law. These statements of motivation and purpose have been inspiriting and energizing to me and have spoken very well of your nation and the people who will be serving your nation on the High Qualifications Commission. I thank you for allowing me to participate in this process. As has been indicated by Ted, much progress has been made, but it has been a turbulent time for Ukraine and more remains to be done, and I know it will be pursued. Where judicial reform was perhaps Ukraine's highest priority when our mission began, today there's of course at least one much higher priority that the nation has. However, I have no doubt that Ukraine will someday be a great, prosperous, innovating, and a free nation, one that will be confirmed in the fullest control of its own destiny. I thank my colleagues. I thank the sponsors and donors of the commission. I thank the people of Ukraine. I thank everyone for having afforded me this remarkable opportunity to make a contribution. I hope I've succeeded in making at least a small contribution. And I speak to the 16 people of our High Qualifications Commission. I don't know who the 16th will be today, but when the 16th are finally decided, I urge them never to forget the commitments and the promises they made to the Selection Commission, and more importantly, to the people of Ukraine. If they live up to those promises and commitments, I know this will be a very successful process. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Steven. Пане Євген, може у вас є
Yevhen,
пару слів?
over to you. Do you have a
Ну, я спробую бути лаконічним. Це мені не завжди вдається, на превеликий жаль.
Але ми
Наразі
готові
сьогодні-
тебе вислухати.
Yeah.
Як і
So
наші 8 глядачів.
today we have some viewers. Would you like to have a floor? Yes, I want to say that the work of this commission for me actually became a higher challenge that I expected 4 years ago. And for our state and for my motherland, it was not only an opportunity to renew functioning of the most important agency in the judiciary, but actually opened the path to the candidate status as a member state of the European Union. And I think that for me, it was one of the highest challenges, but at the same time, it was one of the highest achievements in my life. So thank you so much to everyone who helped me on this path. And thank you so much to everyone who allowed actually to implement this process. On my way, I have met so many decent, professional, honest people, and I'm so proud of meeting them. And actually, wrapping up, I would like to say that we don't have so much time. In 2 days, our commission will become a history. So, and I would like for next compositions of this commission to use the achievements, the developments that we have achieved, that we have developed, and even despite of the fact that maybe those achievements, those developments, not always were ideal, but they could serve as a baseline, as a platform for further improvement of selection processes in the judiciary system. Thank you to everyone. That's all from my side.
Да, будь ласка.
Yes, please, over to you. Yes. So, dear colleagues, dear partners, dear candidates, dear representatives of the public, today, I would like to say that today we are wrapping up the results of our work, of the first composition of the selection commission for the HQCJ. And I would like to say that for us, it's not just a finalization of the selection procedure. No, it's actually the termination, the finalization of very important, responsible, extremely complicated mission. And we have contributed to it as much as possible. So we have worked times of great turbulence when our country defends its independence, when the public requires some changes and the judiciary system requires to improve the trust towards it. So selection procedures for the judiciary keep being the most crucial, both in terms of implementation of the judiciary reform and in terms of our European future. Maybe I repeat my colleagues somewhere or myself somewhere. I would like to say the great words of appreciation to all our colleagues with whom we have been working during this time. I would like to say great words of appreciation to our international colleagues for their principality, for their honesty, for their permanent support regarding introduction of independent judiciary in Ukraine. I would like also to say thank you to donors for their organization, administrative, and financial support. Without them, our work would not have been able to be done like this. I think separately, I would like to thank you to the public, to the civil society, because they are our external control and our internal conscience. And we need to have their engagement, their constructive critics. All this made our process more responsible and more qualitative. From our side, from my side, I would also like to thank you to all candidates who have participated in this process, who have passed this not simple selection procedure and open themselves to the public, showing their professional competences and integrity level. I would like also to say thank you to those candidates who have not actually managed to go to the final stages of the competition. I think that you have shown yourselves as professionals, and I'm sure that you will manage to apply yourself in some other fields in future. I think that the very fact of participation in this competition is already a positive thing. We need to do it if we want to have strong judiciary. We don't need to look only for the best, but we need also to look for those who are motivated, who are resilient, who are honest. I would like to say that for me, it was a great honor to work in this commission all together with our international colleagues, Ted Zazhechny, Stephen Markman, Robert Brookhuizen, and that yes, indeed, we have become an example that the selection process based on principles of professionalism, integrity, will become further example for the next compositions of this commission. Thank you to one who stood near to me during this period. Yes, of course, there are a lot of things to be done in future, but I think that we have made an important step. Thank you. Thank you for great words, Sergey. And, as a tradition, as it very often happens during our sessions of the commission, the final word is given to Robert. Robert, please say some words.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman and fellow members, friends of the Commission. When we started in 2021, we were 6 individuals where in any case, the three internationals didn't know each other and had no clue except that what they would experience in Ukraine. And of course, the Ukrainians, they understood each other, but remembering the first meeting, it was a meeting of six strangers with a common goal which was explained to the internationals, in any case to me, was important for Ukraine. And we started our work, and then at a certain moment, quite soon, the invasion by Russia started. And of course, that changed everything for everybody. Suddenly, we experienced as internationals the amount of strain and to our Ukrainian members. We had meetings online where one of our members was in military gear on the front, where we discussed families and the future of the country. And we all it became clear to all of us that if anything, the only thing that we could do is in any case make our commission work. And that's what we all have done. We all have done, even though there are large cultural differences between, in any case, the internationals, but also the foreigners and the Ukrainians. We have seen that it was our duty and our task to make work what we could make working. And of course, we understand that even though our commission is only a small drop in the ocean, that for the future of Ukraine, it is important that there is a honest and well-versed judiciary. And so what we have done is to give the contribution that we could have given, even though it is only a limited contribution. I am proud to have met my Ukrainian colleagues in the Commission, because I found that they are people who do not step away from their responsibility. They have grown in their responsibility, and each of them in their own way has taken the responsibility, not only in the Commission, but also to their country, which is, if I would think that I would be in their shoes, it's hardly imaginable. And I'm proud to know people that stand up to their principles. It also counts for my two international colleagues, Stephen and Ted, because when USA walked away from supporting our commission, they did not walk away. No one walked away. We just continued working, and I find that good and great. And I realize that for instance, Stephen, who is an American, that must not have been easy. But in difficult times, we have to take difficult decisions and continue with work that is seen to be important. I've seen there are many, many very decent Ukrainian judges. I've seen that there has been enormous development, but I also see that lots of work is to be done in the future. So I'm sure that this will not be the last commission. And I hope that the experience we bring will be used in future commissions. And my last work is, of course, I hope and pray that Ukraine will win the war. And I can only say a glory to Ukraine.
Glory to the heroes.
Thank you, Robert. So, colleagues, this is it. We should have some kind of background music. Шановні колеги, мені здається, це
So,
все.
dear colleagues, I think that's all. And maybe at this moment, some kind of background music, as in the movies, at the end, before all the titles, the music usually goes. So let's imagine that there is some background music starting on. So thank you to everyone. I'm so glad that we are finalizing the work of our commission with some results. And yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm as everyone. We hope for our victory to come, which anyway will come sooner or later. So thank you. Thank you, dear colleagues. Goodbye and glory to Ukraine. Glory to heroes.